Hey, and welcome back. Today I'm going to go over how I film in the car to get these cool car scenes for when I'm vlogging or just shooting a chit chat video because I like to change up the scenery than being in a house or just sitting in my room or the living room. I like to be outside, so today we are going to be breaking down how I film my car scenes. Okay, so if you follow me on TikTok, then you already know I do use the Ulanzi suction cup mount. It is very easy to use. It can mount about anything. If you don't have a camera, it can mount your phone. With the right equipment, it can mount practically anything. The suction cup mount is the star of the show because without it, I wouldn't be able to get these cool car scenes. Quick video of me setting it up. So you want to find a flat surface, a flat spot on your windshield, and press it firmly, and you're going to push the button in and out until you no longer see the red line. And the mount is pretty strong. You can see me tugging it and testing it, make sure it's not going to drop my camera, make sure it's not going to fly off if I'm driving. So you want to test it, just tug on it a little bit to make sure it's not going to come undone. And other alternatives, if you don't want to stick it on your windshield, you can stick it, if you have a sunroof, you can stick it like in the corner of your sunroof. And if you have a wide enough lens, that works as well. If you want to attach it to your window, like on the passenger side, that's cool as well. My window's kind of curved, so it's a little bit trickier to mount it on my window, but that's also an option if you have a bit of trouble finding a flat surface on your windshield. So I give it, on the trust scale, I give it about an 8 out of 10. I'm pretty risky. I've put it on the outside of my car. I've gone fast with it. I've gone about maybe 60 miles per hour with it on the outside of my car with no tether. Don't be like me. Don't be a daredevil. Just use a tether or use one of the suction cup mounts that has two suction cups on it. So for lenses, I don't think I have another one to show. So for lenses, I'm using a 35 millimeter to get this angle, but honestly, I could probably use something a bit wider, like a 24 or 28. It's totally up to you as the creator on what lens you want to use, what look you want. If you want a wider look or if you want a more close-up look, totally up to you, depending on the vibe you want. But I'm using a 35 millimeter lens. Also, I'm using a ND filter because it is pretty bright out here and I have the sun. I've been trying to like run away from the sun, but it's coming up. I can't fight it. So I do have an ND filter on here, and I'll put the details kind of right here. And it does have a polarizer on it. It kind of fights the glare. I don't think it's needed for this scene, but it's already on the filter. So I do use the ND filter while I'm in the car if it's daytime. ND filters are like a pair of sunglasses for your lenses. So it's kind of bright out here, so I have my ND filter on. And I have like little pegs on the outside. I can make it dark. I can make it where I need to be. Which also brings me to the time of day I like to film these car scenes. If it's a chit chat video and it's like much more intentional, I try to get up around 6 or 7 a.m. just to beat the sun. Like I like it cloudy. I like it kind of gloomy because I get the best lighting with that. It's starting to get a little sunny because it's 8 o'clock and the sun is rising. If it is too bright outside, I will wait until the sun, like right before the sun sets, an hour before the sun sets, around, for me and where I'm located, around 4 o'clock is a good time for me to shoot because the sun is setting closer to 5 o'clock. Also, if it is, a little too gloomy and it's a little too dark, I will use my sunroof to let some of the light in. I'm not gonna do it now, but I have my sunroof. I have the cover. Okay, so let's see if it makes a difference. So this is with it closed, and you can't really, you can see me, but it's not as, and this is with it open. My sunroof is tinted, so not a lot of light is coming in. I feel like just the right amount is coming in, and if I open my sunroof, it will probably look better. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just see what it looks like. You know what? That's actually a little bit better. So it's a little. So we'll get right here. Play around with it. It also depends on the mood you want. You may want it a little bit darker. You may want it a little bit brighter. All my windows are tinted except my windshield and my back windshield. So that's kind of letting light in from this way. I'm not getting a whole lot of light from my windows right here. If you do not have a sunroof, I don't know, I would get creative and get some lighting and some Velcro strips and Velcro it to the roof. Like, I'm not kidding. I might do a video on that. For color grading, let's go to the screen. I use Dehancer Pro for mostly everything. I don't really spend my days color grading a lot anymore because I've created so many profiles, so I can just click on a profile and apply it to the footage, make a couple tweaks, and I'm good to go. I really want to simplify my workflow, so that's why I don't spend that's gonna be annoying. And with Dehancer Pro, the way it's set up in DaVinci is that you can do it all in one node. It's a plugin, so when you apply it to the node, you set up like what kind of camera you have, if you're shooting in log, all of that. So I just do everything on one node. It's real simple. And if you are interested in trying out Dehancer or any of Dehancer's tools, please use my code LeighVisuals10 to save moolah. You want to save that munyon. What the young kids call it, they want to say that munyon. So with the right tools, timing, and a little bit of creativity, you can set up a car scene to look exactly how you want. I would watch movies, get inspo from that, try to figure out their lighting situation. Maybe you don't want to use a windshield. Maybe you want to attach them out to the window or attach it to your sunroof and get a really wide lens. If you guys have any questions for me, please leave me a comment and I will try to get back to you about that. Okay, if you found this helpful, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and I will see you next time.